Hey everybody, it's Professor Malott again, and in this video, we're going to break down one of the most important and most misunderstood skills in college writing, synthesis. What is synthesis? Whether you're writing research papers, joining in discussion boards, or analyzing text, synthesis is this tool that helps you to move from just reporting information to creating new knowledge and ideas. So let's start with the basics. A lot of students think that synthesis is just a longer summary, but it's not. A summary is essentially a restatement. You take someone's ideas and you condense them. So summaries answer the question, what did the author say? A synthesis, on the other hand, is kind of a relationship builder, and it answers these questions. How do these ideas connect, contrast, or build on each other? And what do those relationships help me understand? So think of it as a recipe, right? The summary is just a listing of the ingredients, while the synthesis is putting together all of those ingredients and creating the meal. You're combining your sources to create something new. It might be a new insight, a new angle, or a new understanding. So why do professors keep talking about this thing, joining the conversation? Because academic writing it basically isn't a solo performance. It's more like you're walking into a room where people have been discussing a topic for a long time before you ever arrived. So when you synthesize, you're showing that you have listened to multiple voices. It could be scholars, researchers, other thinkers, and you're responding thoughtfully. You're not just repeating what they said, you're showing how those ideas interact. The rhetoric scholar Kenneth Burke had this parlor analogy where, academic writing is a lot like coming into that empty room. There's a conversation that's going on, and you put your 2 cents in after listening for a little bit, and then you have to go on and, maybe go home, go to bed. And the conversation is still going after you left. And maybe some people have taken what you've put in and said, hey, this person had a really great idea. So that is really what the academic conversation and what academic writing is really all about. It's not just reporting back what somebody has said, but also incorporating your own ideas. So things that you would highlight in a synthesis essay, for example, are agreements, disagreements, any kind of gaps between those things, patterns that you might see, tensions that might arise, or any kind of surprising connections. Synthesis is how you demonstrate that you're not just reporting the conversation. You're not just saying, this is what this person said and this is what the other person said, but that you're participating in it and adding your own ideas. So one tool that has been helpful for that is the conversation map. The conversation map is a visual tool. It's a way to track who is saying what and how those ideas relate. You put your topic in the center, and around it you place your sources, and you can draw lines showing relationships, or have a table that lists the agreements, disagreements, any kind of contradictions or shared themes. This can help you see the conversation instead of juggling it in your head, right? It helps you to make order of all of those different things. When you start your drafting, you can use that conversation map to structure your paragraphs. Source A and source B agree on this topic, but source C complicates that idea. Or while several researchers argue why, one study challenges that assumption. And then you can also bring in your own point of view. I agree with source A because they say this, that, and the other thing, right? So the map becomes a blueprint for your synthesis essay. So why does synthesis matter in the first place? Why is it so important in college writing? Because synthesis shows critical thinking. It proves that you can evaluate ideas, compare perspectives, identify patterns, build arguments, and create new insights. Remember, professors don't want you to simply collect quotes. We're not seeing how well you play the game of how many things you can quote from a source. They want to see how your mind is working, how you make sense of the conversation, and how you can contribute something meaningful. So think of synthesis as this bridge between research and your own argument, your own ideas. Without it, a paper just becomes a patchwork of summaries. But with it, your writing becomes purposeful, analytical, and original. So to sum things up, summary tells you what sources say, while synthesis shows you how sources relate and what those relationships help you understand. Academic writing is a conversation, and synthesis is how you can join it. Tools like conversation maps help you to visualize the dialogue taking place between various sources, and synthesis matters because it's the heart of critical thinking. Remember, you're not just gathering information, you're building knowledge, and that's what college writing is all about. Until the next time, have a great week. Bye-bye.